All right, Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back with another video, another lesson. The title of this one is called The Sword of the Wicked. Okay, and Salakia. All right, the Sword of the Wicked. And we know who the wicked are. All right, the wicked is, we should all know by now, Esau, Edom. Okay, which modern term they we say the so-called white man. All right, starting with your top banking elites. You know the banking families, of course. You know the Rothschilds or the Rothschilds, right? The Rockefellers. Okay, different various banking families that own these banks, own America, right? Which they call themselves Jew you know, ISH, which they're not, okay? But but they were blessed with with the sword, not and the sword is just not it just isn't the guns and military, right? They're also blessed with the Lord also blessed them with different. They also have weather modifications, okay? They were blessed with science, technology, okay? These different things they can use against the people. And let's start with that. Matter of fact, let's start with Genesis 27. All right, this is how they ruled. This is how they got their dominion over the world, which was given to them. Okay, Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau, this is the blessing they got. And Esau said to his unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac, right, which is his father, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. You see that? So they would have the dwelling of the fatness of the earth, man. Let's see what the NLT says. NLT, um, just lock me 1 second. All right, so lock you. Genesis 27 to 39, it says, finally, right? NLT, 29, Genesis 27:39 NLT. Finally, his father Isaac said to him, You will live away from the richness, you will live away from the richness of the earth, and away from the dew of the heaven above. You will live by your sword, and you will serve your brother. But when you decide to break free, you will shake his yoke from your neck. All right, and that's an okay translation. I don't really like that. But they would have the fatness of the earth, man. They would rule over the whole world, basically, which was given to them by the Heavenly Father. Okay, I'm gonna see what that word fatness means. It comes up fatness, mashaman. I believe that's how you say it. It says fatness. All right, fertile place, richly prepared food. All right, fatness don't really give you much. A rich dish, a fertile field, a robust man. All right, but they will live in the best places. Okay, they don't have to worry about police coming after them. You know, they will be they will just have the best of all things. This is their heaven right here. Okay, let's get Job 9:24, which we all know. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not, wherein who is he? It was given into the hand of the wicked man. But the Lord Yahweh Shai was about to come and take it back. Okay. They only have it for a little bit of time. They only have it for a little season. Then this is their little season right here when they came back during the Renaissance period. Okay. Let's get that. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And they did that. They came back through the Renaissance. All right. And then they spewed their wickedness throughout the whole world. Right. It says, thus saith the Lord, whose name is Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, have indignation forever. You see, so they came, they rebuilt it, with that they came with deceitfulness, lies, lying wonders, miracles. Okay, and now they're filling out their blessing right here. Okay, they rule over the whole world, man, the whole everything. All right, the seas, the trade, all of that. They own everything. Okay, if you think you own your car, they can come take that if they want. You think you own your house, whatever, your children, you don't even own your children. You don't even own yourself. You know, they can come take whatever you got. All right. So they have the richness of everything. They rule over everything. Right. So this is their blessing right here. And with that, they come with those miracles, right? Speaking of the sword of the wicked, and the sword is the part of the sword is technology, science, miracles. Right? Let's read this from Natural News. It says weather modification is real and it can have both unintended or intended consequences. It says in the past 2 weeks, two of the most intense hurricanes have crisscrossed the Gulf of Mexico, one leaving behind a trail of devastation through the Appalachian Mountains, and the other threatening millions of lives in the low-lying, heavily polluted western side of Florida. The federal government's lackluster response to these historic hurricanes has alarmed many people across the country, prompting questions about ulterior motives. A wave of grassroots charity across the nation has exposed the Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA, as inferior, counterproductive to the recovery of communities stricken by these unnatural disasters. In recent years, the concept of chemtrails, geoengineering, and weather modification has shifted from the fringes of conspiracy theory into mainstream conversation. It was at one point, I myself didn't believe that, because I feel like they were giving too much, too much. People were rooting out, who at the time I called God. I believe, I said, God makes brings the weather, which He does, But I wasn't the truth at the time, so I didn't know that, there was a wicked and somebody can control the weather. It was given to them through the technology. But now that I see it, I did my due diligence to research it. Now, okay, I believe it. You know, so it Barak Yahbashim Al Shah. Continuing on, it says, with the U.S. government's revealing its 5-year geoengineering study plan and the USDA's detailed report on cloud seeding, it is becoming increasingly clear that weather modification is not merely theoretical, it is a reality, and it is a reality, and we'll show you. Weather modification, cloud seeding, has been used in the past to increase rainfall totals, and experiments have been conducted to alter the paths of storms. Historically, the U.S. military has used weather modification against foreign enemies. Our current hurricane, it says, our, our current hurricanes influenced by weather modification from corporate, multinational business interests, or perhaps government operations or foreign domestic, are forces of evil using weather modification to harm Americans. The lack of widespread discourse around geoengineering raises alarm. U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene and others have voiced concerns over governmental control of weather, calling for increased scrutiny of all entities involved in these weather modification programs. All right, it says cloud seeding, the most common form of geoengineering, involves releasing substances such as iodide, I think is how you say it, and potassium iodide into the atmosphere to encourage precipitation. And you also do chemtrails, those things you see in those long streaks of clouds in the sky, right? This is the NOAA describes the process as one that disrupts natural cloud evolution to artificially create rain. On their website, they detail the 9 types of weather modification, which does include ionization and lasers. Mm, you know, so much on this, man. I'll read a few more. It says, as of April, there are 42 operational cloud seeding projects across the U.S. with plans of with plans for an additional 200 stations by next season, driven by stakeholders from agriculture to insurance companies seeking to mitigate weather-related losses. The North American Weather Modification Council notes that a variety of entities, including municip- municipal governments and private corporations, engage in cloud seeding. Weather modification can also be used to divert precipitation away from certain areas. One company in England sells pricey cloud seeding services to wealthy couples to ensure they get perfect weather on their wedding day. You know, you can read the rest on your own, man. So this is a part of their. This is a part of their. This is a part of the sword of the wicked. You know. Let's get another one. It's called HAARP. You can look that up. All right. You know what it. You know the harp. Insider admits this from natural. The people's voice. Insider admits Hurricane Milton, part of weather warfare plot to collapse society. It says multiple HAARP whistleblowers have sounded the alarm, warning that a wave of man-made extreme weather events is on the horizon. These events are expected to grow in both frequency and intensity, with the goal of causing widespread destruction, triggering economic collapse, and reducing populations in targeted areas designated as unalive zones, all within a short period of time. According to the globalists, the most convenient part of this carefully orchestrated plan is their built-in plausible deniability. Anyone who dares to point a finger will be branded as a conspiracy theorist, labeled dangerous, and potentially sent to intermittent camps. But there's one problem for the elites. We have all the evidence we need, from government documents to undeniable proof. We can show that they're manipulating the weather. Hurricane Helene and Milton, the blood is on their hands. In the aftermath of Hurricane Helene's unnatural behavior and Hurricane Milton's unprecedented characteristics, one has to wonder, why are thousands of dead birds suddenly falling from the sky over a cruise ship that set sail from Tampa, Florida? The short answer is that this is exactly what happens when HARP's high frequency radio waves interact with the charged particles in the ionosphere, causing localized changes that unnaturally alter atmospheric behavior. For years, HAARP was merely a test run, used on foreign populations during wartime while the technology was still in its early stages. Now, with globalists entrenched in high office across America, HAARP has been recalibrated for a more sinister purpose, targeting domestic populations with devastating precision. The coming weather events will be so extreme and happen in such rapid succession that humanity won't even have time to comprehend what's happening. You know, so this you can read the rest of this on your own, and they got videos with it you can watch. You know, so this is the part of their sword, man. All right, part of their miracles, a part of their lying wonders. You know, and then don't forget about the I seen it earlier. Um, what they call Tesla robots. You know, they bringing in that new world order, man. Comes up. That's what Tesla wrong, I think. That's all good. Okay, the Optimus robots at Tesla's Cybercab event were humans in disguise. You know, that's what they say. Okay, but and people are comparing this thing to I, Robot. That's that movie with Will Smith in it. You know, Slucky. The robot Tesla used to serve drinks at the Cybercab event has some human help. You know, now it could have, but you know they're showing you this thing. They put it out in the forefront. You know, that this is the future. This is what we're coming to. And a lot of people gonna lose their jobs. You know, to robots. That's why they went on that port strike. You know, because they didn't want automated you know robots taking over their jobs. You know, Tesla trucks, self-driving cars, self-driving trucks. All right, because a lot of trucks, you know, robots can't get sick. They can't call out. You know, so they're gonna start taking over these jobs, man. You know, Uber, Lyft. This is what it's coming to, man. And we know that starting with the apostles on down, starting with the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai. We've been telling you this. You know that new world order is coming. Digital world, digital money, digital wallet, digital IDs. Okay, this is also going to lead to what? The mark of the beast, RFID hit. This is what it's coming to, man. When this day we see it right in front of our faces. And if you can't see it, then hey, you need to do some questioning, man. Okay. I want to show you something else. They have the Elder Yasha Wamba, he brought this out. They have weather patents. Okay. Description, it says patented April 24th, 1951. Okay, U.S. States Patent Office 7 process for controlling weather. Harvey M. Brando. Okay, I'll just jump in here. It says I'll jump in here right here. It says another object of this invention is to control weather, which causes hail damage, lightning, and interferences with wave transmissions by the reduction of visible water vapor through the dissipation of column. I hated saying this word. Cumulonimbus clouds. Another object of this invention is the control of weather by right by dissipating typhoons, hurricanes, and other storm centers by the dissipation of the convective clouds forming the weather phenomena. Okay, you can read, you know, go into this, man. You know, they have weather pads for this stuff, right? So it's the sword of the Lord. Let's get Psalms 64. Okay, let's see how much time I got. All right, we good. Psalm 64, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, a psalm of David, right? Hear my voice, O power. In my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. These are workers of iniquity, man. They can't go to sleep without thinking of something wicked to do. All right, going back. Insurrection means, it says, throng and company, throng scheming. They scheming, they always up to a scheme or something. I mean, it says company, you know, and then, go read Psalms 83. You know that they have a company of the other nations to come up, you know, to destroy the Israelites, right? A tumultuous crowd. See that? A tumultuous crowd, company, insurrection. Which you got the G20 summits. You know, what's that stuff called? The G20 summit. The you know the WEF. What's that stuff? What's it? The WHO, WHO. They be going to somewhere to have these meetings, right? Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? You know, that's those meetings they go to. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. They know their heart is wiser. They're wiser than Daniel, right? Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. You know, the heart is deep, man. They think of everything that they come up with. All right, deep I mock. It says deep mysterious. unsearchable. Okay, they have they have deep thoughts, man. But what? But what does it say? But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee. You got people coming out, all right, speaking up against these things that they do. Different whistleblowers. Some of them could be they're set up that way to tell the people what's going on, right? But still, their own tongues are falling upon themselves, man. You see. So let's get Revelation 19. All right, Salakia. Revelation 19 and verse 20. All right, it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. What's these miracles? Right? Let's get that word miracles. It reads, went past it. Miracles. Give me 1 second. Miracles, right? Semayon, a sign, mark, token, that by which a person or a thing is distinguished from others and is known. Definition B, a sign, prodigy, portent, i.e., an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. You see, these are the miracles that they do. An unusual occurrence. You got two hurricanes, all right, back to back. That's an unusual occurrence, man. It's not like they happened a month later. No, these were back to back hurricanes, man. Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton, transcending the common course of nature. So you gotta let nature run its course. You never see, in nature, you know, four tornadoes, coming back to back to back to back. You may see that, but hey, that could be them doing that, you know. But if you see a tornado, you just see one, and then it's gone. Then maybe what? A month later, you may get another one, you know. So let's go back. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, which is the RFID seal, and them that worship his image, which is the system. And people gonna bow down to this system when they make that to see him mandatory. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. All right. Okay, Slocky, bear with me. So if you bow to this system, man, you're gonna be burned with those nuclear missiles, and also those chariots, man, when the Hawashah returns. See, so let's get this last one, 2 Thessalonians 2, um, 2 and verse 8. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed," and they're being revealed right now. All right, everybody's coming up against them. That's why they're trying to attack that First Amendment, free speech, free religion. You know, they want your First Amendment right just to have freedom of speech, disinformation, misinformation, right? And then that wicked shall be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth through the prophets, right? The true prophets, of course, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, right, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, and them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And then those who don't receive the truth, you know, they scoff against it. NLT, then the man of lawlessness will be revealed. This man is a man of lawlessness, man. He's like a bad kid who don't want to listen to his parents, man. You see? Then the man of lawlessness will be revealed. But the Lord Yahweh Shai will kill him with the breath of his mouth and destroy him by the splendor of his coming. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. Counterfeit power, man. What does the word counterfeit mean? Real quick. All right. Real quick. Define counterfeit. Oh man, I spelled that wrong. Counter. Alright, that's good. Counterfeit.
Counterfeit.
And it means made an exact imitation of something valuable or important with the intention to deceive or defraud. A fraudulent imitation of something else, a forgery, all right, imitate fraudulently. So he's a fraud, okay? And they say the same thing for all of them. A fake, a copy, forged, fiend, all right, simulated, all right, knockoff. This is a pseudo. And then what's the Greek word for lying? Lying wonders is what? Pseudos, a lie, all right, a perverse, impious, deceitful precepts. What does impious mean? Okay, impious means what? It says definition of impious, not pious, lacking in reverence or proper respect as for the Most High or one's parents. See, they don't respect the Most High. They blaspheme the Heavenly Father and His Son and the angels. So verse 9 again, LT, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles on the left hand side, right? He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, but they refuse to love and accept the truth that will save them, right? And they don't want to accept this truth, man. They don't want to accept the 100% truth, you know. But there's something for the elect, and the elect are going to get it, you know. So the sword of the wicked. Let me get one more, because we know the Lord controls everything. All right, but he uses the left hand side to bring these disasters, right? Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. You got Montana. I believe it's Montana on fire right now. I believe it is. Let me see how much time I got. Yeah, we good. We can look that up real quick. It's either Montana or Oregon. Let me see. Uh, I don't think it was Montana, but something was on fire this week. Or was it last week? No, it was last week. Wildfires. Um, News. It was a fire somewhere. Wyoming. I think it was Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming wildfires sparked further evacuations. I believe it was Wyoming. Yep. Idaho. Yeah, I believe it was in Wyoming. You know, so these are signs that we're in the end. These are signs that we're living in the end time. You know, so this is the sword of the wicked man. All right, but it's through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah on the left hand side. Remember that. Always remember that. Don't give these devils too much credit. So Lord willing, this was edifying. I already want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone, the teaching of the well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. The Lord's way was edified. Till next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.